How fast can you really go from overweight to aesthetic? Does it take 3 months, 6 months, 2 years? Most people get this wrong. And the truth is nothing like you've seen on Instagram. Because here's the thing, those 12 weeks crazy transformations are not telling you the whole story. So let's go through the timeline and see how the body changes over time. The first changes happens after 3 months. Your body will... Wait, hold up. Before I tell you what happens to your body after 3 months of working out, there are a few rules you need to follow, otherwise this timeline means nothing. The first rule is you have to train with intensity. Muscle grows when you push it close to its limit. You need to give your body a reason to grow, and that reason is heavy, challenging sets done with enough effort. The second rule is protein. Every study agrees a high protein diet is key for growth. 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of your ideal body weight. For example, if your goal is 180 pounds, eat between 144 to 180 grams of protein per day. The third rule is consistency over perfection. You can't disappear for weeks. You need to go to the gym multiple times a week and you need to follow a diet most of the days. If you can check all 3 of these boxes, here's exactly how your body will change over time. So what happens after 3 months? Well, your waist will start to shrink. If you take a measurement tape, you will probably see it's gone down by about 1 to 3 inches. You will also start notice a bit more shape in your chest, shoulders and arms. Nothing crazy yet, but it's there. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At this stage, other people will notice a difference because the changes are small. Only you, when you look in the mirror, you will be able to see the difference. Now, the craziest part about only working out for 3 months is that this is the period where you make the most gains. There is something that is called newbie gains. This word only means that beginners experience rapid strength and muscle growth because their body has not adapted to the gym yet. So you will see incredible amount of progress in the first 3 months. So the logical thinking is that if you're making the most progress in the beginning, you should be able to see the progress, right? But there's one huge problem with this, and that is fat. Fat covers everything. Think of it like this. Imagine we got a picture of the Mona Lisa. That's your muscle. Now, if we put one thin layer of fat over it, you can still see the details. You know immediately it's the Mona Lisa. But if we add 3 layers of fat, it's harder to make out. The details start to fade. And if we were to add 5 layers of fat, now it's barely visible. It doesn't matter how big or detailed the Mona Lisa is. With that many layers, you can't see it clearly. Your body is the same way. You can be building muscle underneath, but if there's too much fat on top, you won't be able to see the changes. This is what happens to your body after working out for 3 months. Now, this is where it gets interesting because at 6 months, it's not only about you noticing. Other people will start to notice too. When you wear clothes, your arms and your shoulders will fill out them better. Back in month 3, you were just getting a little bit more definition, but now your shape will start to change too. You're starting to go from the rectangle look to getting closer to the triangle look. Your man boobs will shrink, your upper chest will fill out more, your whole frame will change. You will look a little bit more like an athlete. And this is where your confidence changes too. You will be so proud of the progress you have made that you will start to carry yourself differently. But remember, this only works if you're consistent with the gym and you're in a calorie deficit. And in the gym, your strength will blow up. The weights you struggle with in the beginning, they're now your warm-up sets. That's how much progress you will have made. Now, this is all good news, but you're still not aesthetic yet. You don't stand out from the crowd. By now, maybe you have realized that those 12 weeks transformations you see online are mostly unrealistic. There are so many ways to fake those transformations. You have Photoshop, you have steroids, or maybe that person had a lot of muscle mass before and then he lost it all. And thanks to something that is called muscle memory, you're able to build all that muscle mass back in a really short period of time. We have covered everything for month 6. Now we're going into the exciting part, and that is month 12. If you're able to be dedicated to the gym for a whole year, respect to you, because a lot of people will have already quit. You're now getting genuine compliments. It's not like before where people used to say, oh, you work out, that's great, that's awesome. Now People are genuinely impressed. They're shocked by how much progress you have made in a year. When you wear clothes, it's obvious you have muscles. Your shoulders and arms fill out your t-shirt. Your chest looks even fuller. And in the gym, your strength will have increased tremendously. But here's the thing, the newbie gains phase is over and it will take a lot longer time for you to see progress. It won't be like the first year anymore. You won't be able to put on weights every single week. And when it comes to your aesthetics, you will look good but not truly aesthetic yet. You will have a better physique than most people in the gym, but you still have a little way to go. Now when you hear this, you might get a little bit discouraged because you have dedicated a whole year to the gym and you're still not truly aesthetic yet. You might think twice of going to the gym, but let me tell you this, a whole year will still pass. You will still age. So it's up to you. Do you want to make a transformation or be the same person at the end of the year? It doesn't matter what you think, a whole year will still pass. I'ma be honest, the gym is not easy. You will need to be dedicated and be consistent in order to succeed. Let me ask you this, out of everyone you know, how many have succeeded on building a truly aesthetic physique? Count. You can maximum count 1 or 2 people. So if you're the only guy who have built an amazing physique, it's a no-brainer to why the benefits are so high for you. So to answer your question, how fast can you get aesthetic? Here it is, 18 to 24 months. The reason why it's between 18 to 24 months is because a few factors play a role. The first is your starting point. The more overweight you are, the longer it's gonna take for you to become aesthetic. The second thing that plays a role is your genetics. Some people have better genetics than others. For example, let's look at the biceps. Some people have a fuller look, others have a big peak. I don't have great bicep genetics, but it hasn't stopped me from building an aesthetic physique. Another factor when it comes to your genetics, some people have an easier time to put on muscle. There are people out there that can put on 15 pounds of muscle mass within 1 year. Other people can only put on 8 pounds of muscle. That's why it takes around 1.5 to 2 years to truly build an amazing physique. When you have been dedicated to the gym for so long, people will believe that you have an aesthetic physique. You will have a clear V shape, your abs will start to pop out, and after putting in all of that work, you will finally get all the benefits. Your health will improve, your discipline, your confidence will improve, your looks will be 10 times better. Let me tell you a fun fact. I don't wear designer clothes anymore, and the reason is, it's because my body is my fashion. I don't need to impress anyone with designer clothes. I impress them with my physique. When you build an aesthetic physique and you wear a black t-shirt, people will be a lot more impressed than some random guy wearing a Gucci t-shirt. You will stand out 10 times more. And not only that, your social life will also change. You will get shocked by how much people will change around you. The respect you get from other guys is day and night difference compared to when you were overweight. Now I could go on forever about the benefits of being aesthetic, but the video would be at least 20 minutes long. Now if you really want to transform your life and you want to make faster progress, you want my personal help, I will start to offer coaching. Click the first link in the description and book a call.